facialist for the first time, and she was able to like tell me exactly what they were and that she's seen them before. Yesterday was obviously rough. I don't want to get into it, but we all know the results of the election. And for one of the new items that I got yesterday, I'm so deep into this. I'm so embarrassed for knowing all this information. And then just spent at 7 a.m. this morning to get 3 fillings done on the top left. Do a Nintendo Switch game tour. Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. It is currently my lunch break from work. It's also election day, but that's beside the point. I am headed to get a facial done. I want to start getting regular monthly facials to see if it'll help with some of the acne that I've been experiencing. I tried to get on a wait list for a dermatologist, but honestly the wait list was like 3 months long, and I'm really hesitant to get back on pills of any sort or like medication of any sort for my acne. So I want to try out this facialist that's in my area because she does like acne type facials or acne specific facials. Well, she does a ton of things, but she has facials on her website that are specific if you do have acne. So that's where I'm going today. It's just a consultation, so I'm honestly unsure if we'll actually do the facial today. Maybe we will, but when I talked to her on the phone, she said something about just being a consult. So I don't know if I'll actually be getting the facial or not today, but either way I'm very, very excited to get like this process started. I do definitely have some breakouts, which I'm kind of glad that I have the breakouts today because I feel like every time I go to a dermatologist or something, my face is like very clear and I just look crazy for saying that I have acne. But this is proof that my face is still breaking out. So that's where we're currently headed. It's also election day, like I mentioned, so I feel like the world is just kind of holding their breath today, and the vibe in the air is just a little bit uneasy, and I think everyone's feeling a little bit nervous about how this election is about to turn out. So that is definitely something that's been heavy on my mind today as well. We're gonna go get a facial, take a break from work, try to relieve some of the stress that's built up, and bring some positivity to today. Okay, update. Didn't end up getting a facial, as you guys can tell, but the ladies working at the med spa that I just went to were literally the sweetest humans. They were so nice. Like literally the second that I walked in, they were like, "Oh my god, you are gorgeous. I love your outfit. You have such glowing skin." Literally showering me in compliments. I loved every second of it, obviously. Like who doesn't love getting compliments? But not only that, but they gave me like such productive feedback in regards to my skin. She essentially said that she would keep doing my same skincare routine, but maybe add in one more step into the routine to see how my skin reacts. I basically told her my concerns, and she said I think that the best next step is to add in an exfoliator because the concerns that you're talking about could be fixed by removing the dead skin cells that are on your skin. Like basically she's saying that my pores and the stuff that's underneath my pores may be getting trapped by a layer of dead skin, which is what's causing not only like the bumps on the side of my head, but also acne around like my chin and stuff like that. So I scheduled an appointment for next week, and we're gonna go do a deep exfoliating acne facial, and then after that she's gonna give me a exfoliator that she would recommend. I think it was from like the Dermalogica brand or something, which I've heard of, and I think a lot of dermatologists and facialists use that brand. So after I do like the deep exfoliator, she's going to give me that to do like every 3 days, she said. So I'm hoping this really works, but she seemed like she knew what she was talking about. I've never had a doctor or facialist be able to explain to me like what these bumps are on my forehead and on the side of my face. Basically, she was saying that they're sweat glands that are getting trapped from dead layers of skin, which is why the exfoliator is going to help. And she used a specific term, but I honestly can't remember what the term she used is called. Every time I go to a dermatologist, I always ask like, what are these bumps on my skin? Like, how can I get rid of them? And they never know what they are. So it's just interesting that I walked into a facialist for the first time and she was able to like tell me exactly what they were and that she's seen them before. And I'm not saying that a dermatologist is better than a facialist or like a facialist is better than a dermatologist. I just think that like it's just interesting that I've never had anyone be able to tell me what the issue was, and she was able to take one look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what that is. Feeling very, very hopeful in regards to my skin journey, and I'm really hoping that this facial helps, but also the exfoliator being added to my routine helps, so we shall see. I was only there for literally like 10-15 minutes. We just talked. She didn't do the facial like I said. So after, I went and ran to Starbucks to get John a venti coffee. This was a request from him. Apparently he's having a long day. And I'm getting ready to go back inside and crack open an Olipop and get back to work. Obviously. Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. I just ran to Starbucks. I decided to treat myself this morning. Starbucks released all of their, not fall, I was gonna say fall, their winter drinks this morning, and I honestly just like need something to cheer me up this week. Yesterday was obviously rough. I don't want to get into it, but we all know the results of the election. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but my opinion is that it was a tough day yesterday. And on top of that, I also had to go get a tetanus shot yesterday because I stepped on a rusty nail. So overall, it was just like a weird day. I didn't vlog. I put the little note before this clip saying that I was going to take Wednesday off. But now we're back. Life goes on. All you can do at this point in time is hope for the best and think positively. So that's what I'm choosing to do. In terms of the winter drinks, this one's kind of winter, I guess. I convinced John to steer away from his normal venti iced coffee order, and he got a venti Elphaba's cold brew. It's Wicked themed, and I guess it's a venti cold brew with peppermint syrup and then matcha cold foam. I honestly have no clue how this is going to be. If it sucks, I'm going to feel really bad for making him steer away from his typical iced coffee drink, but he'll have to give me the taste test. And then I got a Ice Grande gingerbread oat milk chai, so we can give this a stir and then a sip. Okay, the first sip was questionable, second sip made up for it. First sip had lingering notes of this drink that we used to drink in college, and I was not about to have that. That was not good. The second sip is better. I've been cutting back on the chais because I didn't actually realize how much sugar was in a chai, and spoiler, it's a crap ton of sugar, and I just don't need to be doing that multiple times a week, so I've been cutting back on the chais, but like once a week is fun. And then I also got bacon egg bites. These are my latest Starbucks obsession. I can't do the Gouda bacon egg sandwich thing anymore, which makes me so sad because that was like my go-to sandwich and I literally crave that all the time, but obviously it's not gluten-free, so I've been doing the bacon egg bites. Their website says that there's no wheat in them, so I've just been going based off of that, but these are fantastic. I need to now get back to work. I just took a quick break to run out and grab this. I also need to deliver this back to John before it completely melts, and I want to get his reaction because I'm so curious what it tastes like. Today's a laundry day, so I'm trying to hide all the stuff all over my room. There's just a lot going on here. It definitely needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys these new pants that I got from Grey Bandit. I recently placed an order on both Princess Polly and Grey Bandit. You can also hear the washing machine. Well, I'm gonna close the door. I placed an order on Princess Polly and Grey Bandit last week because I wanted some new work from home stuff. I feel like as the weather is starting to transition from summer to fallish winter, it's hard to even say that because it's literally 70 degrees outside right now, but it will eventually be cold. I just started to realize that I didn't have a ton of long pants to work from home in that weren't sweatpants. And don't get me wrong, I love sweatpants. I have so many of them, but I feel like wearing sweatpants to work from home in makes me feel like kind of sloppy. I like wearing them sometimes. I think that there's definitely a way that you can like put them together to make them look fine, but just for me personally, I was having a hard time like feeling put together and productive wearing sweatpants. So I placed an order on Princess Polly and Grey Bandit for some new work from home items. These pants were one of the new items that I got yesterday, and I am obsessed with them. They're so cute. I always see Natalie Zasek wear them, and she posts them on her YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and I finally bit the bullet. I feel like they're the perfect length. I'm 5'6", so I feel like if you're anything taller than 5'6", maybe 5'7", these would be a little bit high watery on you, but I do think that they make them in longs, so just don't order the regulars, order the long length. But I feel like they're very flattering. I love the color of them. I feel like I'm gonna get so much wear out of them this fall. And then I also ordered a sweater, which is like nothing crazy. I'm sure you'll see it in future vlogs. I purchased this scarf because it's literally so cute. Like, how stinking adorable for winter, and it's really soft, so I love this. And then I purchased one other cardigan that I'm actually returning because I just didn't love the way that it looked. I liked the concept of it, but it just didn't look good on me personally, so I returned that. If you need some work from home items or just some like lounge items that aren't sweatpants, I would highly recommend looking on Grey Bandit's website. I will have these linked down below, but they're so cute. They have them in different colors too. They have them in, I think, like green, yellow, cream, but I personally liked the look of the brown because I feel like I can match the brown with a lot. This is an old tee that I got this summer from Abercrombie, and I feel like it even matches this, not with the scarf obviously, but I don't know, I'm just obsessed. So I'll have these linked down below. And then I got a pair of Princess Polly pants that I am obsessed with, but they're actually in the washing machine right now. That was a load that I just put in, so I'll have to show you guys at a later date, but they're like linen-y green pants, and those are also really cute. I've worn those twice already since I've gotten them. So overall, I feel like I really scored this week with what I was looking for, and I'm happy about it. The lighting is so yellow in here, but it's after work and I'm getting ready to go for a run outside. I was gonna go to the gym, but I honestly think that a run would do me some good. I'm feeling a little bit anxious today, so I want to get all the jitters out. I'm wearing this cute top from Lululemon. This is probably one of my favorite workout tops that I own because I feel like it has a lot of support, and I like that it's long line because I feel like I'm over my stomach showing for a lot of outfits. I mean, I will occasionally do it here and there, but for the most part I kind of like it to be a little bit more coverage. I don't mind if there's like parts of it peeking out obviously, but I'm over the just wearing bras phase. And then these leggings are from Amazon. They're like Lulu Align dupes. They're definitely not 100% Align dupes, I would say, but they've held up over the years and they work to run in, so I wear them. Then I'm wearing my Brooks running shoes, Apple Watch, and we are ready to go. I had a phenomenal workout. I ran around 2 miles. I've been using the Nike Run app for like the guided runs when I want to go outside and run. Don't mind me, let me just brush the knots out of my hair first before I continue what I was saying. Anyways, if you're like me and you're not a super experienced runner or like an advanced runner, for lack of a better term maybe, I would highly recommend the Nike Run app because you can either do a guided or a non-guided run, and they also have different running plans that aren't just like 5K, 10K, half marathon running plans. They have like a beginner's running plan for 4 weeks type of situation. So I am currently doing the beginner's running plan, and it only has me running twice a week, which I feel like is a good amount to start with. So that was a good workout. And then I did a strength workout in the basement from the Peloton and really enjoyed that as well. Actually, I didn't really enjoy that one. I didn't love the workout plan, but I really liked the instructor and it just felt good to move my body. So that was a good workout for the evening. And then I came upstairs and obviously took a shower. We're getting ready to go downstairs and eat dinner. I think Mackenzie and Colin are coming over for dinner. So we're gonna have a little family dinner tonight. And then at 8 p.m. I will be promptly tuning into the BFFs podcast. One of my guilty pleasures is like pop culture drama, and specifically TikTok drama. Like, I could fall down many dark holes of TikTok drama on a daily basis if I had the time. I just like eat it up. I don't know what it is. And the TikTok drama hole that I'm currently down is the Brianna LaPaglia and Zach Bryan hole, which I feel like a lot of people are because a lot of people are Zach Bryan fans. But essentially, if you haven't kept up with pop culture, you have no clue what I'm talking about. Zach Bryan is like a popular folk / country singer. You definitely would recognize a ton of his songs if you searched him up on Spotify or Apple Music. And he was dating this TikTok star, Brianna LaPaglia. She's also signed with Barstool Sports, so she does 2 podcasts and she does like a ton of other things. And they were dating for about a year, and he like randomly broke up with her, I guess, like 2 weeks ago. And the day after he broke up with her, people found him on Raya, and the internet went nuts for this, and we all felt so bad for her because like that's so shitty to break up with someone over text and then the next day go on Raya and then also announce to the internet and the world that you guys are broken up without her permission. It was just a crazy series of events. So this has been going on for like the last 2 weeks. And then yesterday or the day before that, I know it was midnight on election day. So in the midst of all the craziness, Dave Portnoy and Josh Richards, which are her podcast hosts for the BFF podcast, dropped a diss track of Zach Bryan, and it is the craziest thing that I've ever heard. They spilled so much tea in just the diss track. It did end up getting taken down by Warner Music because I guess Josh Richards signed to Warner Music in 2020 when he wrote his first diss track, which is called Little Softish. Guys, I'm so deep into this. I'm so embarrassed for knowing all this information, but I guess he signed to Warner Music. Didn't remember that he did that because he hasn't worked with them since, but essentially they had the rights to take down this diss track about Zach Bryan because Zach Bryan is also signed with Warner Music. The clips have been copyrighted on TikTok. They took down the YouTube video. It's off of Spotify. I think they were trying to work to get it back up, but Warner Music keeps flagging it for copyright. So Brianna decided to record a podcast episode with Dave and Josh and essentially spill all of the tea on her relationship with Zach Bryan, and apparently it's really bad. They just released some clips on TikTok basically saying that she was essentially in like an emotionally and mentally abusive relationship for over a year, and how she would cry herself to sleep every night, and she was like trapped on the tour bus and she's scared of him, and he tried to like pay her off and make her sign an NDA, but she refused the money because she wants to speak up for like 2 of his other victims, which were 2 of his previous girlfriends and also just like victims of domestic abuse everywhere. And she's speaking about all this on the podcast tonight at 8 p.m. So you already know I am sat for that. If you've also kept with the drama, you know that it's just a crazy turn of events. I would have never expected him to be like that. I know that there were rumors about his previous relationship and like his girlfriends have spoken up, or his ex-girlfriends have spoken up about their experience with him in previous relationships, and he's known for cheating and kind of just being like flaky when it comes to stuff, but none of that was like really proven. But because Brianna didn't sign the NDA, she can like fully speak up about her entire experience with him. So I hope his PR team is ready because the internet is about to, I feel like, go to war with Zach Bryan. And the whole thing sucks because his music is really, really good, and I guess you could technically separate the music from the artist. I just cannot wait to see like what she says. I'm ready for the tea. I need to know what happened in this relationship. Anyways, that's where I'll be at 8 p.m. after dinner because it's just crazy. This whole thing is absolutely nuts.
I was established. I was successful.
Just so you know. But I think it's to like do harder workouts.
Good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. If I'm talking a little funny or if my face looks like it's moving funny, it's because I had dental work done this morning. I had a dentist appointment at 7 a.m. this morning to get 3 fillings done on the top left, and I have to go back in 2 weeks to get 2 on the bottom right. One thing about me is that I'm super prone to cavities. Like I've always been super prone to cavities. It's something I know about myself. It feels so bizarre to talk right now. So because I hadn't been to the dentist in 2 years, I went on Monday. I knew that something was going to come out of it, and turns out I like broke a filling in the top left, which I could feel, and it was bothering me. So I kind of anticipated that one needing to be fixed, and then he said because this one broke, the tooth next to it now has a cavity, and then I also have one in the back. Got 3 of them done today. They numbed me up, which is why my mouth is like kind of weird right now and it feels weird, but it's slowly but surely starting to feel normal. But I was like really, really numb earlier. I brought my vlog camera thinking that I was gonna vlog after the dentist appointment. Not sure what I was thinking doing that because I couldn't even move like this side of my face, but now we're getting some function back. So that's where I was this morning. It's a chill work day. I only have one call and it's at noon, so that's good news. I don't really have any plans for today or the weekend outside of work and hanging out. My maid of honor dress actually just came in for my sister's wedding, and I just tried it on and it's so pretty. I'm not gonna share it because I don't know if she wants the colors and stuff for the wedding to be shared, but it's really, really pretty, and when she actually gets married, I'll share all the information. But I bought 2 different styles and I'm going to return one of them, but I wanted her to see what they look like on me to see if she has like a preference, because I like them both, so I don't have a preference. But that was the exciting thing that happened this morning too, is that those dresses came in the mail. I just wanted to pick up the camera and say good morning and happy Friday, give you guys a little bit of an update. Oh, because I talked about it last night and where we left off the vlog, I watched the entire BFFs episode with Brianna Chicken Fry, and it's like all over the internet this morning. We actually had a mini watch party because my sister and her fiance came over for dinner, and I was telling everyone about it at dinner, and so they decided to stay after dinner and watch it with us. We had like a little watch party in the basement. First thing that I have to say is I feel so bad that she went through all of that for over a year and like no one had any clue. I know there were some speculations on the internet that people kind of like noticed a change in her, and it all kind of like makes sense now. I just like didn't know the extent as to what she had been through, and I genuinely feel so sorry for her. Also at the same time, it's sad how many women can relate to like what she was talking about. I think that her conversation and her opening up and the details of the situation triggered like a lot of people, because you don't know you're in a bad situation until you get out of it and you have had a chance to reflect. And I think she's in like the reflection period right now. I just really like applaud her for standing up for herself, also taking this opportunity to like speak out on what she went through instead of taking the money that he was offering her. I think that that took a lot of guts and it was really ballsy, and I feel like she's setting a great example for women everywhere that have gone through the same thing. That was a crazy episode. I also applaud like Dave and Josh for standing up for her. Dave Portnoy scares me. He goes to bat for the people that he cares about, and if you are an enemy of his, he will stop at nothing to like ruin your life. It's a good thing if you're on his side where he's the one standing up for you. Bad thing if you're the person that he's like trying to take down. The whole thing is just absolutely wild. All of the confessions, the no con confession, her birthday confession, the fact that he tried to pay her $12 million was nuts. Like the whole situation is actually crazy, and I don't think I'll ever be able to look at Zach Bryan the same way ever again without thinking of her story, and I feel like a ton of other people won't be able to either. I would say watch the podcast episode because it's very eye-opening, but also at the same time, trigger warning to domestic abuse, like emotional abuse. She didn't say if anything happened physically, but she did hint at some things, so I think the content could definitely be triggering for a lot of people. If you have the opportunity to listen to her story, like I would highly, highly recommend it. It was absolutely nuts. So that's how that went last night, because I know I was talking about it, so I felt like I needed to give you guys like an update on my opinion, reaction, just the whole situation. And now my entire For You page this morning on TikTok is full of people like backing Brianna, because this dude needs so much help. It's not even funny. Like, he needs therapy. Big time. Big time. We ran to Wegmans to pick up dinner. We got a meat lovers pizza for the family. And then we got a ton of other random groceries. We got eggs, a gluten-free pizza for myself, butter for, I guess my mom's making cookies or something, pretzels. Oh, Sweet Lawrence Cookies came out with their chocolate mint holiday cookie, and I'm so excited to try this tonight. We have some yogurts, Olipop. Oh, I love these Built Bars, but they taste exactly like a candy bar, so I don't get them that often. And then just a ton of other goodies. Oh, we also found the holiday flavor of Poppy. I didn't get a chance to try this last year, but apparently everyone says it's really good, and it's good for like mocktails or even cocktails. It's their cranberry frizz flavor. So, cranberry fizz flavor. And then don't even ask about these mini bananas. I don't know. Can we guess who bought these? Because it wasn't me. I made the Sweet Lawrence cookies for dessert earlier, and these taste identical to Thin Mints. If you guys like the Sweet Lawrence brand or like are gluten-free or dairy-free, you need to try the mint holiday cookie that they just came out with. It is actually so good. We had the pizza for dinner and now we're getting ready to play the Switch. We haven't plugged the Switch in a while, so this is the first time I've played it in probably like a month or so. But they just came out with a new Mario Party, so it's currently being purchased. We're big Mario stands in this household. I think that we own probably, would you say at least half of the Mario games on the Switch?
No, there's so many.
Really?
There's so many.
We own like 5 of them now.
There's like way more than 10.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well we own a good amount on the Switch and we play them pretty often. Those are like good 2-person or 3-person or 4-person games. I feel like the other games that I play on the Switch are like 1-person games. I do like the Disney Dreamlight Valley and Mario, what's the one with the map? Mario Party?
Yeah, that's one of the Mario parties. Mario Kart.
No. The OG one where you have to like defeat the different levels and then you get to the castle and
I think it's
fight.
called Super Mario Party. Or something.
Yeah.
Or Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers, that's the one. I feel like the other ones are good 2-person games. So that's our big Friday night around here, is playing the Switch, pizza, and cookies. We're still waiting on the new Mario Party to download, but we can do a Nintendo Switch game tour in the meantime. The first one is the new Mario Party game that we're downloading. Second one is Mario Kart. This is a classic. I feel like if you had the DS or any other Nintendo system growing up, you definitely played Mario Kart. Then we have Dreamlight Valley, which is a guilty pleasure. Cooking Arena. This game was like 99 cents, if not free, and I also like get trapped in a loop playing this occasionally. This I have no clue. This appears to be a boy game.
Skyrim.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
It's only like one of the most popular games of all time.
Maybe for boys.
I mean, a lot of women play it too.
Okay, not this woman. This is the OG Mario Party. We have Mario vs. Sonic Olympic Games. This is actually a really fun one. It's kind of like a spin-off of Wii Sports. Fall Guys. This was another game that John introduced me to. I don't really play that often. He plays it more often because it's kind of hard. Then we have the classic Nintendo Sports, Harry Potter game. We have Fortnite, obviously. Super Mario Bros. Universe Deluxe. I don't play this game because it like genuinely confuses me. But we have so many games on here. I actually had to buy a new SD card for the Nintendo Switch because we ran out of room for all these games. We have quite the collection. I thought we had more. I guess we don't, but I feel like these are all really good games to play. And now the game that we just bought is ready to set up.
Ooh, new map.
I would hope so. We just bought a whole new game.
Well, they said, I think 5 new maps. Like brand new maps.
Again, I would hope so.
Well, they have 2 that are like remastered. Because the other Mario Party was pretty much all remastered.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, race car.
that one's cool.
Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Little mall action.
Oh, so it's kind of like a spin-off of Mario Kart.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's.
The mall is definitely, that's a Mario Kart map.